Okay, the core equipment tent is fully set up. This is what it should look like when you have everything established, all your guy lines tied out, everything staked down, the fly sheet is on, and all the windows are open. We are in a summer daytime mode right now. It's quite a hot day. It's very warm here outside my house where I've set up the tent. All right, let me read you the warning that is included with the core tent here. Secure the guy lines to help prevent the tent from collapsing in inclement weather. Failure to do so may result in personal injury or property damage and may void the warranty. This is a key warning. This is a little tag that was on one of the guy lines. Very important to stake out the guy lines on any tent, but especially on a big tent like this. The poles that are supporting the whole tent are very heavy. It's large, the footprint's quite big, so when the wind does blow, it's going to affect it a lot. The first core tent that we purchased last year, I did not stake out the guy lines, and the wind the next day broke some of the key poles. So this is actually our second core tent. Please stake out the guy lines. The core tent comes with a pouch filled with the typical tent stakes. They're kind of a little small. They're not the strongest or toughest tent stakes in the world. I have dedicated this bag as my tent stake bag from all our tents. Kind of recommend you do that. I just mix and match and just use whatever is around, as you're always kind of losing these things when you clean up. They get lost in the ground really easily. If you can, you might want to go out and get some really strong ones, because I believe the ones that come with this tent are not really the size that you should be using. All right, let's take this one out. Right now, I thought I'd give you a little tour around the outside and just point out a few things I've noticed. First of all, this is definitely a family tent or a tent for large groups. This is not a tent you would want to use as a couple or to go on some kind of real adventurous outing. You're going to want to set it up in a place that is, you know, close to your car or vehicle. In the bag, it is quite heavy. Frame that holds it up, these, very nice. It's a pop-up style, so you never take them off of here. You just extend them, but that does make it quite heavy, so consider that. You need to kind of be in a situation where you're going to be fairly close. You don't want to carry it a couple kilometers away from your car. The fly sheet, basically you got these kind of roll-up sections to expose the screens and let in air. It works fine. Zippers, these are the kind of things that, you know, over time I can see that, well, there are spots that are going to start to break down. I would be a little careful with the zippers. Don't try to yank things or pull things. Kind of be gentle with it. I set this up 2 days ago, and as you can see, you have your material on the bottom. It's kind of, again, this is one of those heavy kind of materials. It's not the most beautiful thing to look at by any means, but I don't know what they would call this, like a splash guard maybe. It does come up a bit off the ground. Now, this has been set up 2 days, and both nights it rained pretty much all night. The tent held up fine. No water inside. There's no wetness at all that I can notice. Again, it's brand new, and there was only 2 days of rain, so it's not like a lifetime test, but a good sign that with the fly sheet on and everything tied off, it's not going to get wet inside, and I didn't feel any dampness coming in from the ground. Hi there. All right, nice to have you with us. Let's take a look around the inside of the core equipment tent. This is definitely a big tent. Plenty and plenty of space. It comes with these little dividers that you can attach or not attach depending whether you think you need them. If you want to have like a little privacy within the tent, these are great. Basically, once you attach them, you just open this up and then open this up Little zipper comes down, and there you go. You kind of have a little bit of a private room space on one end of the tent. There are 2 of these, so that means you will have 3 separate rooms. You'll have kind of like a living room space and then 2 bedrooms, 1 on each side. Now again, it's not perfect. As you can see, the wind is blowing this and it doesn't quite reach all the way to the floor, so there is kind of that, like, looking underneath it might be an issue, but hey, better than nothing, right? Yeah. In the center living room space, you have 2 exit entrances, one here and one on the other side, so you can go in and out either way. The windows all have these inner flaps that you can close. Easy to close with one hand. Nice. Some little pockets below the window to put some gear in. It does come with a overhead kind of hanging little storage unit that you can clip on up at the top here. That's great to put like a little light or something too at night. That works really good. There is an air intake system. As you can see here, there's a screen towards the bottom and there is no cover for this. This is always open, so that brings in the fresh air. There's one on either end, and you do have to stake off that little strap there to make sure this doesn't flap down and keep the air from coming in. It's all screens up here. Screen panel, screen panel, screen panel over there too. So if you did take off the fly sheet, you would have a really great view of the stars or the sky or the forest that's overhead. So maybe in the summertime when you don't need a fly sheet, it could be really, really nice. Get some great views. Big, big ceiling space. I'm not sure exactly how many people they say can fit comfortably in this tent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They show 12 people sleeping in here, but I just measured with my mats and I would say 8 would be fine, comfortable. 10, yeah, you can squeeze in 10. Any more than that, well, depends on the size of the people or the kids, but 8 to 10, yeah. Couple other little bits and pieces I'm just discovering as I look around the tent. There is a little feature here on the far end. I just noticed it from the inside. A little electrical outlet symbol, and there is a little Velcro tape. You can open that up. So I guess if you're somewhere with an electrical hookup, you can put a cord right in there, seal that off so no bugs get in, and then you're gonna have some electrical power inside your tent. Well, yeah, it's kind of tech. I mean, it all depends what you're trying to do with your camping, what your thoughts are on that, but I'm camping right in front of my house, so I guess I could put an extension cord in and watch some movies or something. Alrighty, I think I am gonna pull down all the window covers and show you what the core equipment tent looks like with the fly sheet fully in place, like we'd have it at night or in some bad weather. Okay, let's see if we can do that. If you have a big family or large groups and you have the room to carry something like this in a car or a van, this is a good choice. Core equipment, tent. Got it at Costco. All right. Well, it is pretty instant to set up, very quick, but how instant is it to put away? This is always an important question with tents. They tend to come out of their case really easily, and it can be a lot of work to get them back in. Let's see how I do today. All right, overall, I would say the core equipment tent that we bought at Costco is a great bargain for the price. They have it listed here as 5.5 meters by 3 meters, 18 feet by 10 feet. I would say 8 would be very comfortable. 12 it's got to be a little tight, but it could work depending on the size of the people. 2 meters in height, 6.5 feet, 2 minutes time to set up. Yeah, 3 rooms as I indicated, and 2,000 millimeters, 2,000 mm waterproof. For the size, for the quality, I think the price is very good. This bag that it comes in, the zipper and the material feel kind of weak. I think when you are at a tent site and you pack up and you're in a rush to get home, you tend to, not take too much time. You're just stuffing it in the case as fast as you can, trying to get out of there, and that is when you are going to rip or tear this case. I could see this case breaking before the tent itself breaks. So you may want to have like a big duffel bag or something, a big stuff sack that you can put this in, because this case will probably not last that long.